Hello there, and welcome to episode 10 of the Savage Lands Season 1. So, today I have come up with the plans for the long term future of this fortress, because I have been pondering long what the brave dwarfs of this place would make out of their situation, because honestly, it ain't the best situation to be in. They are stranded on a place that has literally no wealth of metal. They have literally nothing except for stone and gemstone and a lot of area to do things with. So I figured that when I checked out the map, that Golf Kobold's existence will not be so much about bringing the insane military backup, but they are the first extension of the Towers of Age into the Southern Lands, and the most practical and realistic idea that I had is that these guys will be basically the supply backbone for all the operations coming forth. So, to put this into a short story, I want to bring this fortress to at least 150 people, and I want to make sure that this will be a trade hub. So, lots of food, lots of trade goods, lots of wealth. We don't have metal, so who cares? We're going to trade it in and get things done this way. So all in all, I figured that this will be the future of this place. And once we have reached 150 people and successfully have fought off whatever comes and shown ourselves that we can survive at this place, we will move forward to another fortress deeper in the south and bring war to those filthy goblins there and liberate those lands. Or, well, let me know in the comments what kind of fortress you'd like to see next. With that being said, I have already dug out the precursors of the farms that we're going to put up today, because I figured today is Irrigation Day. You know, it's about time that we put up some serious lifting when it comes down to the plans here. So these chambers here will be filled with farms. We're going to flood them from above here. Oh crap, this one won't work. Whoopsie. So forget that chamber. We're going to need a third one, but that's okay. So these chambers will be our irrigation or irrigated fields. So it could be a little bit better if we would build a farm in the caverns, but for starters it will work. So let's put this down like that and get upstairs. So we are going to need their rooms that look like this. These are so far only templates. They will be the water supply for our irrigations. So, in case you're wondering, it's a pretty useful formula. 10 fields of water will be enough to sprinkle 49 fields of soil down there, resulting in a nice irrigated farm everywhere. You'll see it in action. So we now know how the whole thing is supposed to work. I think the easiest way to connect all these things with water will be a supply channel from here. And now let's see, we got an access there. Is that a feasible thing? Well, yeah, we can work from here. So now we're going to make sure that the system will receive water from somewhere. I figured that this is quite a good way to do this. So first off, let me think. Is this one place that we actually need for something, or can we seal it off without worrying too much about it later? Yeah, sorry for triple checking this, but you know, when I start flooding an area, I rather triple check, and I strongly suggest everybody to do so as well. So here now we're going to carve out the actual flooding chamber, or the water reservoir, and there we go. So that's going to be channeled out. So here it's going to be a bit of a pain. Mining into an aquifer layer is just pain, because your jobs get cancelled all the time and you have to redesignate them all the time. It is as it is, friends. You have to bear through this. The The only way that I know of to stop that problem from happening is to use df hack. I heard that this program has a way to override the safety thing, but apart from that, I know of no method that works. So we're going to tunnel our way down here. So here we go. And now the dudes will carve out this stuff there. So this chamber will now slowly fill with water, which is absolutely what we want. And we totally should delete that because that's unnecessary now. Okay, so next step, we got to bring us some staircases there, or opening the floor in any way works. And next and last step, I hope we have hatches. Yes, perfect. We have 3 of them. Brilliant. So all we have to do now is to wait for... What did you guys do? Damn. That was not part of the plan. So I hope that we can still floor this somehow. I hope that there's some sort of access. Please tell me. Alright, so now they lock themselves out, but that's a resolvable problem. So I obviously tunneled one staircase down too much. So, are you kidding me? I cannot build this now because of the hatch? It's not how it's supposed to work. Whatever. We're going to free our workers with this staircase there and seal it off afterwards with another hatch. Whatever, if that's what it takes. I hope I have hatches on the list. Let's check this out. Raw hatch cover. Yeah. So it'll be remade. No problem. All right. Nice. So my broker is going to go there, and here it's slowly starting to fill with water now. Brilliant. The only thing we're going to need now is the hatch there, and we will build a lever, and we're going to start to connect this whole thing. So this will be the basis for our big farming operation that I want to start on the opposite area. So the idea... Oh, whoopsie. Mouse wheel does crazy things. The idea here is that we're doing all the crazy farming here, and we're going to do the processing of the food over here. So this entire floor will be the kitchen of the fortress. I love the idea. So let's make sure that these hatches will be there. Nice. And you notice already, water is already gushing there. And let's link the levers to all the hatches. There we go. Those are the most important jobs in the fortress for a moment, and then after everything has been connected properly, we should be finally able to get the ball rolling. All right, so we have a... Oh, that was fast. I was just like, all right, we have a strange mood, but obviously it's going to be Jade with Jade with Jade. What a surprising concept. So I'm going to deny that Monster Hunter's application for today because I really don't want it. So, okay, nice. So now we need to pull the lever, because nobody can get upstairs to link the other things. So here, now we can't do the rest of the linkage. It's weird like that, I know. So, all right. Water's already slowly crawling towards, but it ain't a problem because, you know, we want to have water in these rooms after all, so no biggie. It's all fine. Working as intended. Last thing will be connected soon, then we're going to pull the lever, wait until this reservoir is fully filled with water. We're fine there. So right now there's a little bit of it falling already down. It's a little bit too early for that, but whatever, I don't mind. Just hope that they're going to get it done. So a green jade door. How nice. I love it. A green jade door is really cool, so I really like the idea of that. So folks, who is busy with Link Building 2? Here we go. So can we now make this place... I don't know why, but somehow the priorities are a little bit off there. Ah, finally somebody's doing it. I just want to make sure that it gets done at some point, because, you know, with water, you always have a little bit of an urgency behind your doing. Okay, finally. All right, so the irrigation will work like that. By the way, you can expand the system as far as you want to, or make it smaller, whatever. It's just like 10 pieces of water up there. Oh, wait a sec. We need to do another thing. We do need to do one more thing. We need doors in between, because otherwise I cannot really dosage the water correctly. So 10 fields of water do irrigate exactly 49 or 50 pieces of cavern soil, and I really like that. All right, so now it's correct. Alrighty, so oh, I just realized that. Yeah, whatever. I think I'm making things more complicated now than they need to be, but I don't care. So do we have enough mechanisms? I want to increase the number of mechanisms that get produced here, because we obviously need a few more. I mean, now it won't work because the water will all stock up here behind those doors. Now we need to link another lever to the doors. If it doesn't make sense yet, I promise it will do. So no accessible mechanisms. Problem. They're going to get recrafted. So this system does take a little bit of an effort to get done, but it's worth it. And we do have all it takes here at our disposal, so it's fine. Alert! Snatchers. So let's follow them and see what happens. What can they do? How far do they get? So I think they just landed into the yeah, caged prisoners. Yeah, we need to do something with these, but don't you worry, I have plans. But there we see the wonderful power of cage traps. Okay, but now let's do these things. Here we go. Then our system will be finally ready. Brilliant. Proper irrigation system is just powerful. Although the sad thing about it is we're only going to need it to flood once, so this entire thing is a one-shot contraption. But on the other hand, it is just important to have these one-shot contraptions. So now we close the hatches again. The system is pretty simple. When the hatches are closed, we open the doors. Now we wait until this entire thing is filled with water. And then when it's entirely filled with water, we're going to close the doors yet again. And then we're going to have an exact dosage of water here that will evaporate basically immediately. If you are wondering why the hell I am doing so much of a fuss about it, it's just I want to make sure that there won't be too much water in the system at the end of the day. Because there's nothing worse than water that has no place to escape towards to. You know, this way I can make sure it'll hit the ground and basically evaporate for sure. Not quite immediately, but you get the idea. So it's helpful. Here I just decided that I want to produce a little bit more water. Basically, the larger the chamber, the more water will be produced, because water flows from above to below, and the larger we make this cavern, the more water will be flowing towards here, and the faster it will happen. Which will be necessary, because otherwise this whole thing might be just drying up. If it doesn't work in your own fortress, like here, for example, you might notice we're not getting there yet. That's because we're not producing enough water. But we will. So I figured that this was about time to make that thing happen because, you know, we could actually, if we have too much evaporation happening, close those doors. Hmm, neat. All right, but I'll carve out a little bit more and probably make sure it'll leak a little bit further here. There we go. So that's we'll leave it like that and look at it sometime later because for now I think we're going to be fine. Okay, so let's continue with the layout of what we're going to do here. So this will be the new kitchen complex. So we're going to ditch the upstairs kitchen complex quite soon. So what I imagined was a assortment of larger halls and to make things a little bit more pleasing visually, because, you know, it's about time that we make things a little bit more pleasing visually, I figured that it would be cool to bring in some pillars or something like that inside the rooms. But we'll see about that once we get there. But I want to use the majority of this level here for the sake of producing food and drink and all these things, like I said. So probably we should make those passages a little bit larger and wider, because dwarves don't like to bump into each other. Alright, so here we go for a truly megalomaniac project. And I do see what I like to see. The water supply here is now large enough to fill up the reservoir here. I feel like now we're getting somewhere over the course of the time. It's like that. If you don't have enough water, it will not fill the room fast enough. Okay, beautiful. We do have one big issue here though, and that's by now. Man, do we have much rock salt. So we're going to do a quick quantum stockpiling operation here. So let's see. Places, locations. Do we already have a dumping zone? That's all I want to know. I don't think so. All right. So we're going to set up a garbage dump zone here, right there, and we're just going to dump those. So they're all going to end up at one slot here. Boom. There we go. Because I feel like it's about time that we tidy up our halls a little bit. I really want to make this place magnificent, you know? I really want to make this place shine. And, you know, they have a mission now. And I promise the upcoming seasons of this series will be a little bit more focused into these things, because I feel like I didn't do the best job in being focused in this series so far. But admittedly, I was much more inexperienced when I started the series, and this game is quite a beast. You know, it really has so much. There we go. So we have now bajillions of rock salt chunks there, but they're stored nice and tidily there. They won't hurt anybody, and they are out of sight there. That's what matters for me. Okay, so we got this. When we check upstairs, look at it. It's working out nicely. So we just now wait until the system is full, and then we can flood the farms, and then the food problems will be finally over. Because I am a little bit unhappy with the fluctuations in my drink supplies, because that doesn't feel like it's a good, like it's working out as well as I want to, you know. So let's make that like this. There's really enough rock salt chunks around. And I really want to do something with all the green gemstone here. There's so much green. Let's see. Do we have actually sand in this tile? Does this embog have sand? Yes, it does. So we could do green glass to accomplish to put some more green highlights into the fortress. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's dump the rest of the chunks here. you know, boom, just like that. And then we have a nice area to do the working. I figured like we do it 3 wide. It's much more beautiful like that. Not this one though. And this goes 2, 4, and 5, 2, 4, and 5. This is already symmetric. This was now symmetric as well. Slightly uneven shaped, but I don't mind. It's okay. Absolute symmetry is boring as well. And we're going to add stuff here too. Okay, so the thing here is, right now it would be not that smart to change up. Wait a sec, where is it? Here, to rip out this entire area here, because there is still work happening. We're still doing our things here, and therefore I don't want to cancel out the operations here as they are right now. We're going to wait for that. Until then, let's have some fun with our caged up dudes, because I figured that where are we? Here. So I figured that we really do have more than enough room to work with prisoners and the like. So this here is basically our distributional hub. And we have here the eastern mines, we have here the western mines. So I figured, like, what did we do here? Nothing yet. Perfect. So I figured that we're going to go and do our fun dungeon zone here. So let's first dig out a fun storage zone here just for cages. This entire area here will be designated for the storage of our prisoners, because I want to use this area here to have some fun with prisoners. Maybe even train our dudes. So speaking about dudes, did I bring up a barracks somewhere? Is it already designated? No, I only started doing this the other episode. So let's make sure that we're going to have this here as well. And you dudes, not editing, I want to put you on constant training. And we're going to put all the armor stuff inside here. I meant to do this a while ago, but I forgot. So here we go. All the armor lands in there, and this way all the dudes that are working down there will be eventually geared out. You know? Okay. So, is there anywhere the general stockpile? Yes, there it is. Brilliant. Now, so there we go. And check it out. They already geared themselves out as good as they could. Sadly, armor-wise, we are really at a miserable spot, but well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so let's get back to the project prison. So where are we? Here somewhere. There. All right. So first off, I really want to get rid of all the chunk stuff there. And now we bring up a stockpile zone, and we're going to go for all the, let's see, was that the correct setting? I'm gonna check. I think this was the setting that I needed to do to bring all the cages there, but I'm not sure anymore if it was furniture or that one, but we'll see about that. Let's see, furniture. There's no cage part. Yeah, we'll see. I think this was already the right one. It's all a little bit confusing at times with this game, but well, okay. But our logistics will be happening quite quickly. There we go. So did I configure? No. So we're going to pick up from this stockpile to make sure that things get transported there. And why is there still stone accepted in that one? This shouldn't be happening. They shouldn't be accepting stone. I don't like that. Okay, beautiful. Our our two brave soldiers are now training. Oh boy. That's quite ridiculous when we think about it, but it's all the forces that Gulf Cobalt can muster right now. Alrighty, so let's see how the irrigation thing is looking like right now. Hey, perfect. So let's double check. This is for the doors. It's, you know, like I said, double and triple checking with water is okay. So we're going to forbid these doors now, just to make sure that not some random jurist will do some suicidal things. Now, pull the lever, jurist. Do it now. There we go. So doors are closed now, and now we pull the lever here. And it's a little bit of a flood happening there. We pull the lever yet again. And this is a water level that will easily just evaporate, and leaving muddied ground that we can build our farms on. It's going to be really neat. And now the system doesn't have any further function anymore, sadly. We can still use it though, for the sake of water traps and the like, but, well, maybe one day. Until then, we just now have to wait until the floor has dried, and then we can work with other things. The most interesting thing now is what we have here. So, my basic idea is a simple one. We're going to go for, let's do one training room. You know, we got to do something with all those prisoners. Let's see, this is an exceptional goblin cage. I think the goblin inside ain't exceptional, though. Alright. So, my idea was the following. Our dwarves are not really too experienced in terms of combat, and I figured that we could have some fun by letting them punch some goblin thieves and the like. So, are my traps armed again? Yes, they are. Beautiful. Good-o. So things are working out quite nicely, aren't they? I'm really happy with that irrigation system because this is going to be really grand. We'll have so much farming going on here. It's going to be majestic. So let's do this. I'll bring up... First off, I feel like we can really use, like, at least 3 stilts. Let's make them marble, because, you know, we don't produce steel, so we might as well make them... Oh, I could have used marble blocks. Whoopsie. Yeah, then let's redo that. We don't need to waste our valuable flux stone. You know, after all, we might get the materials later via trade or something like that. Alright, back to topic. Still, there we go. So at least 3 of these. And we're going to make raw material go here, and the finished materials go here. So we're going to put up the kitchens over on the other side. And there we go. Nice marble kitchens. I like that. I like that. And so, because I want more marble blocks, let's order some at the workshop. Ye old workshop. There we go. So, rock block. Marble. There we go. I don't want to do this as a recurring job, because I figured that this is not too valuable. Not yet, not now. I want to know what kind of building blocks we're going to take, but one thing at a time. I really love the fact that I have an emerald artifact door, because artifact doors, they are indestructible. That's one wonderful thing. So I now actually have a door available that can't be destroyed in any way. That's an interesting thing. According to experienced players, the artifact doors and the like are among the most desirable things to be artifacts, because, you know, the bridges are just a little bit sluggish, whereas doors are super fast. You can forbid and unforbid a door super fast, whereas with a with a drawbridge, and like they have a delay of 100 ticks, and yeah, that really makes a difference. So let's get this started. We will put up the storage for drink down here. There we go. Oh, whoopsie. That was not correct. Here we go. Drink. Bumblebee mead. Yum. Alrighty. That sounds really weird. So, and we'll take the resources from here. Boom. This is the stockpile for that. And now, let's see. Get back upstairs. And this will be the stockpile for all the plants that we are going to brew. There we go. Okay, and next up here will be the ingredients parlor for the kitchens. So we're going to put up all the meat, all the fish, all the eggs. Let's see, fruits. Oh, fruits and leaves. I need to put these into the other area there too. Fat, paste. Let's make it the other way around. I'm going to exclude what I don't want to have instead of... so that goes on the brewables thingy. Rest materials. Yeah, why not? Extracts, oils, and the like. Yeah. Oh, lye and the stuff. This doesn't need to be here. That's no food. And that's no food either. Alright. So, probably not ideal. Oh, yeah, prepared meals, no. And this one will be also here. Fruits and leaves. Alrighty. So, this one... Let's see. Do I have something... some stockpiles dedicated here? This is a seeds stockpile. I can clearly see that. But the others are inefficient. We're going to go there. So this is what I do here is linking these stockpiles so they get fed from the main chaos stockpile. You know, that means I'm trying to make sure that we're going to have all the produced food stuff land in here. There we go. And this will be the stockpile for finished food. Boom. There we go. And it will be linked to this one. And there's upstairs yet another one that I need to link to. And then we're finally done with that topic for today. So that has been one hell of a farming episode. But I am, frankly said, quite proud of what I did here. This is looking nice. Once it's fully functional, this will be hell of a replacement to what we got on over there, right? So I like it. I hope you guys like it too. So thanks for watching, everybody. Drop me your comments down below. I'd be really delighted to hear from you, especially how you like the new story elements. Leave me a thumbs up to make it more visible for the rest of the world, and consider subscribing. I'd be delighted if you did so. So have a wonderful day, and see you next time on the Savage Lands.